What if you were accused of witchcraft with no evidence? Imagine waking up one day only to be dragged into a courtroom where fear decides your fate. This isn't fiction, this was the reality of Salem in 1692. The year was 1692. A small Puritan town in Massachusetts was about to become the epicenter of one of the most infamous events in American history, the Salem Witch Trials, stories of hysteria, fear, and injustice. But what really happened? Let's uncover the untold stories beyond the hysteria. It all began in the home of Reverend Samuel Parris, where his daughter Betty and niece Abigail started experiencing strange, violent fits. They screamed, contorted their bodies, and claimed to see visions of dark spirits. The village doctor, unable to find a medical explanation, declared it was the work of witchcraft. Soon, 3 women were accused: Tituba, a Caribbean slave; Sarah Good, a homeless beggar; and Sarah Osborne, an elderly woman who rarely attended church. All 3 were easy targets, outsiders in a strict Puritan society. Panic set in, and the accusations spread. People turned against their neighbors and old grudges became deadly. Suddenly, anyone could be accused: men, women, even children. The fear of witchcraft consumed the town, and paranoia escalated to the point where mere suspicion could ruin a life. Mass hysteria had taken hold. Girls claimed they saw spirits tormenting them. People whispered rumors of black magic. And the worst part? Those accused had almost no way to prove their innocence. By June of 1692, the trials had begun. Instead of relying on solid evidence, the court accepted spectral evidence. Testimony that accused witches sent their spirits to harm others in dreams and visions. It was impossible to disprove. 19 innocent people were hanged. Giles Corey, an elderly man who refused to plead guilty, was crushed to death with heavy stones as he repeatedly cried out, "More weight!" Others wasted away in prison, waiting for a fate they could not escape. The accused were denied proper defense. Even those who proclaimed innocence were condemned. Salem had become a place where fear dictated law and superstition reigned over reason. Religion was at the heart of Puritan life. Strict religious beliefs meant that the devil was seen as a real and present threat. Ministers preached about Satan's influence, and the idea of witches working among them seemed like an undeniable truth. Politics also played a role. The Massachusetts Bay Colony was in turmoil. Leadership was unstable, and the community was under constant fear of attacks from Native American tribes. This instability created a breeding ground for paranoia and suspicion. The fear of being accused led to a breakdown in trust. Neighbors turned against neighbors. Even families were divided. Some accused their own relatives to save themselves. Imagine living in constant fear, knowing that one wrong word, one strange behavior, could mean the end of your life. The mental strain was unbearable, and the psychological scars lasted long after the trials ended. By early 1693, the trials finally came to an end. The hysteria had died down, and people began to realize the terrible mistakes they had made. Several judges admitted they were wrong. In 1702, the trials were declared unlawful. A decade later, the Massachusetts government formally apologized for the tragedy. But for the families of the accused, no apology could bring back those who had been lost. Today, the Salem Witch Trials serve as a chilling reminder of what happens when fear overpowers reason. History remembers the Salem Witch Trials as a dark chapter of mass hysteria. But ask yourself, could something like this happen again? Even today, rumors, fear, and misinformation can ruin lives. The lessons of Salem still echo in modern society. We must always question the evidence, challenge hysteria, and fight for justice. What do you think? Could history repeat itself? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold stories from history.